these charities have been through so much, and these racers are all raising for charities and raising their profiles, not just the charities profiles, but the businesses that have managed to get through it. The Soapbox event that we do is a little bit different to others because we had 40 chassis, metal built chassis with wheels, with brakes, with steering wheels. So the carts literally almost follow the track down through the, they go slightly onto the park. And obviously it weaves around, but it's pretty hair raising. I mean, I have done it myself, and I think you can get up to about 30 miles an hour. Yeah,
they do bum down there quite quickly.
They do bum down there. Hi, Giles.
Hi.
Hi, Giles. Welcome to the big chat, which is basically this week. We're talking about a soapbox, aren't we, babe?
We are. It's a very exciting time of year.
I feel
how
like
many years has it been since? How many years has it been since the last soapbox?
3 whole
wow
long hard years.
Yeah, there was that. We were sort of interrupted. Life was interrupted by this pandemic, and then we had to sort of do other stuff. But we're back.
We're back with a bang, quite literally. I mean, it's literally been a complete roller coaster. I'm not going to lie. It's just for people that do or don't know, up till the end of the year last year, I didn't even think I was going to do it because obviously the schools had approached us about doing it. I wasn't going to do it in 2019 because I had a certain little incident. And then the schools approached me and said, please, can our year 9s race? And I was like, oh, it's quite easy to pull on my heartstrings, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, you can't say no to the kids.
Can't say no to the kids. And but obviously with COVID, we didn't know what was going on, and with the pandemic. And then I didn't really know whether the schools would be able to do it again, to be honest. So December last year, I was a bit like, well, do I do it? It's a very stressful event to put on. We're a very small team and it costs a lot of money to put it on. And it's not just like literally money to put it on. It's actually just all the hours and the effort that goes into making it what it is. But I really wanted to do something for the charity still. So I was really like, oh. And then I spoke to Angela Quigley in January, and she was like, look, the kids really need this. They really want this. We want to do it still. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So,
sorry, just stopping you there. For people that haven't, experienced
people that don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there might be people listening that have never heard of this Tunbridge Wells soapbox race. Tell us a little bit about what it is, how it works, and what's going to happen.
Okay, so basically the soapbox event that we do is a little bit different to others because we had 40 chassis, metal built chassis with wheels, with brakes, with steering wheels, built by what was West Kent, which is now North Kent Motorsport Division.
Oh, they moved.
They haven't moved.
What's West? Now it's North. Soon South, then East.
Just Kent College. Just call it Kent College. But no, you can't call it Kent College because Kent College approached me about the schools. But I'm going to
stop you again. So the regular, so there is a soapbox. There's a national soapbox race run by a very large drinks manufacturer, which some people that people might have heard of. But in that particular event, people just make their own thing. There's no like rules as such. I mean, I guess there's probably some rules. Whereas your soapbox race, Tunbridge Wells, is you've got these fully formed chassis, and then your teams take those away, and then they build their own kind of thing on top of those chassis.
That's exactly it. Because when Gary Jeffrey, who was then the owner of Jeans and is now my other half, he sort of said, look, I had this really good idea for an event, but everyone was really flaky about putting it together and building it. And he didn't say flaky that way, but it's difficult, isn't it, for people to find the time? It's easy to say yes. It's also easy to say, oh, I can't do it. So we were like, well, how do we make this work? So we thought if we built the chassis, and we paid for the chassis to be built, then at least then they have a starting point. So then they've got that starting block. And also it makes the race fair because people can't tamper with their carts, however much they think they can. They will be scrutineered. But everyone gets a fair chance at the track because it's done on times. It's time trials. and they still get to pimp them up. And they look, I mean, the standard of the carts we've had have been phenomenal. We had Red Bull come along to the first and second and just literally sit in the little van and watch us and really commend us on how greatly executed the event was. So that's rather nice.
That's great. Yeah, it's great if you get the big. So obviously I didn't mention them because obviously there are other energy drinks companies that might possibly sponsor this race.
That's a very good point, Giles, actually. And there are many others that we
exactly. So anyway, so you obviously the big national soapbox race is done by Red Bull, but but
who's in PR? Me or you?
Yeah,
I think maybe Giles. But you're right. But I mean, again, we'd always sort of thought it would be really fun to have an entrance like some people enter that could build their own. But then COVID happened, and so the pandemic happened, so everything stopped. But obviously, as everyone knows, just because everything stops doesn't mean that you haven't got stuff to pay for, you haven't got carts. We've got 40 carts we had to store for 2 years, or nearly 3 years. We wanted to put it on in 2021, and I pulled the plug on that just in time, actually, because we were the weekend after Black Deer, and Black Deer was the weekend that poor Black Deer, they literally went, no, and they had to cancel.
Yeah, it's hard. A lot of big music festivals.
We were due to do the big chat, weren't we? You and I were going to do the big chat at the Black Deer, and they couldn't do it. So so basically, in January when Angela said about it, and especially when she said about the anxiety with the kids, I was like, oh my God, okay. And I'd also met Polly from Pickering Cancer Drop-In Centre. I've met her at a charity do where they asked me to MC. I love saying that. And it was a picnic in the park celebrating all the charities that had basically supported throughout the pandemic. And I met Polly then, and I'd seen her at a TEDx event before and just been magnetised by her energy and her enthusiasm. And then I had her on the big chat as well. And I was just like, Polly, I've got to do something for you. But I'd made a promise that I would have opened this race up to other charities as well, because so many charities were affected, not being able to raise money. I wanted racers to have the opportunity to choose their second charity. Normally we nominate 2. So first year was Eleanor, and Hospice in the Weald for personal reasons for myself. My best friend passed away at the hospice in the Weald, and my dad nipped off upstairs an hour before he was due to be picked up and taken, but they were very supportive. And Gary Jeffrey got a lot of help from hospice when his mum and dad passed away. So basically, we always wanted to support them, but we thought, actually, let's choose Polly as our nominated charity, but open it up so the racers get to choose their own second charity, which it's worked well this year. But it is down to the people racing to raise their money as much as possible, please.
Yeah. So how does that work? So each team raises money by getting sponsorship.
Each team. So literally all the money that we get from tickets, sales, and sponsorship that my team at Chatty sell, basically pays for the event, but to put it on. And trust me, hay bales cost a lot more than you think they do. Security and God knows everything else. But and we make it very safe. The council are very strict about it. So it's a very safe event for all the family. We have food, drink, music, all sorts of things.
Yeah, we don't want to put people off. So sorry, I keep interrupting you.
They raise money. They raise money to their fundraising pages.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
No, and what I was going to say was about the venue, because it's Dunorlan Park. Is that how you pronounce it?
Dunorlan Park.
Dunorlan Park. It's very picturesque as well, isn't it? It's got a lake.
Pretty. It's got a lake at the bottom. Hopefully you won't go in the lake.
Yeah, hopefully no one will fall in the lake. But yeah, it's a great venue perfect for racing soapboxes. Can you describe it a bit to people that may not have gone to Dunorlan Park before? Well,
it's on a massive hill. I mean, originally we were looking at a road. Gary had said, I want to race down this road. And I was like, babe, you can't race down that road. You can't do it. Although other soapboxes are, but certainly not in Tunbridge Wells, they wouldn't let you. So we were like, well, where else could we do this? Obviously, Calverley Park is too short, too small for those that are local. Dunorlan has a massive path that runs all the way down it. and then there's a huge lake with pedlos on it, and then there's masses of fields behind it, and there's a whole children's area, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful spot. So the carts literally almost follow the track down through the, they go slightly onto the park. And obviously it weaves around, but it's pretty hair raising. I mean, I have done it myself, and I think you can get up to about 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, they do bum down there quite quickly.
They do bum down there.
As you know. So what kind of, so with that in mind, what kind of times are they doing going down there then?
I mean, I should have had that on a little list.
Yeah, I know. You should have had some stats ready.
Don't remember our list up. I mean, I think the fastest, my dogs are going crazy. Something's been delivered for the Soapbox, probably a giant pie cart or something. I think the fastest time is just over 2 minutes, something. I don't know the exact times, but
which actually is quite a substantial amount of time being in a Soapbox. It's not like you're just, because I imagine you think it's just going to be like whoosh, and it's over.
Yeah.
But actually, so 2 minutes is quite, so you get a good, you get bang for your buck with regards to the racing.
And what's even better this year, which I have to credit to Gary Crowhurst. Gary Crowhurst worked at West Kent College when they built the carts. He was really
North
the man
Kent
that worked with me. No, North Kent, exactly. Thank you, Giles. And but I really do have to credit him and Nick Aldridge, because they run the motorsport. They did. And actually, Gary and Crowhurst and I have stayed in touch quite a lot, and he's coming and scrutineering on the day, because he's still involved in lots of those kind of things, and he does the Eastbourne one as well. And he said to me, look, why don't you do different heats? Because we were trying to figure out how we were going to do the kids. We were going to have a different entrance for the kids, but we wanted the kids racing to be part of the businesses. So actually, everyone gets many more goes this year. It's even better.
Oh, that's cool.
We've got slightly less businesses racing because we've got schools.
Yeah.
So we've still got lots of people racing, but actually in the morning section is all the businesses back to back. So they start racing around. The big sort of kickoff is 11:15. Everyone needs to be in that part by then. But then literally the races start and the businesses go boom, 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 one after another. And then we'll announce the scores at the end of that whole heat. Then there's a bit of a break where we change the track slightly for the kids. Slow it down, but not much. And that's what the school said to me. They said, don't slow it down too much. I was like, okay.
You got it there.
Slow it down a bit. There's going to be a few hay bales that are going to be left out for the schools. And then the kids get to do their first heat, which has been, Polly from Pickering Drop-in Cancer Centre is going down the first cart of the kids' heat.
Amazing. So is it a child with an adult in the cart then?
Polly will be going down in her cart, her official cart, and then the kids the children have literally designed. They got a prototype gifted to them, because I said, look, they can't go in my carts, they're too big for kids. They are they're adult chassis. So they were donated a prototype by a company I cannot remember, but anyone can ask Angela quickly on the day, who was at Kent College. And they then all made the same prototype. So it's kind of the same as us, but they've made the same prototype. So someone designed the prototype, gave them the prototype, gave them an example of a cart, and then each school made their own version of that cart. So there's 7 schools. Please don't ask me all their names. They're all members of the ISSP, which you are welcome to check out on any of our socials. But it's Kent College. Angela Quigley really did spear this on. She really did. And so it's amazing. So the kids get to do their first heat, then they do the semis, then they do their finals. Then we're not even going to announce the winners.
So some teams will get more than 2 goes.
Yeah, they could get 3 goes. The winners will get 3 goes, won't they?
Yeah.
And then after that, we have a little break. We've got Local and Live, Paul Dunton playing some music. I know you like Paul Dunton. He's playing a bit of tune. We could get you out there, Giles. We could get you on stage. No. So annoying. Getting you on Local and Live. I'm definitely getting you on. Anyway, we will have some music playing, and there'll be we've got talents who are doing singing as well. We've got Blocko Foggo doing the open procession. So there's lots of entertainment for the kids. There's a climbing wall. We've got Hugh Whitaker, humour, street artist, doing some graphene and all that. Is that what you say? Graphene? Probably not.
Graffiti.
Anyway, graffiti, spraying stuff.
Yeah.
Kids can watch him. He's brilliant. all Soapbox related. And there's a huge park and food and drink, everything else. And then we changed the track back for the businesses. And then the top 10 semi-finals takes place. And then the final 3.
Right. Okay.
So actually the businesses get 3, the winners will get 3 chances. Well, not just the winners, the top 3. And the schools as well will get 3 runs. So everyone gets a lot more runs this year. Normally they'd only get 1 run. So this is going to be much more exciting.
Epic.
Suspense, like the suspense. I'm thinking Eurovision, when you're like,
yeah,
the score's going to say.
So how many businesses have you got taking part?
Well, we did have around 40. Which I'm rather glad. And then you might see on some banners, it says 40. Well, they were quite old, those banners.
Yeah.
A lot of people have pulled out. I'm not going to lie, because they couldn't do it. I honoured everyone that had entered the race in 2019 to roll over. I honoured everything. That was one of the reasons it's been so hard to get this event off the ground, because I've had to honour a lot of things that I rolled over that kept me going for. That's why it's still here. A lot of companies that have gone under, events companies, they haven't been able to do the same. A lot of festivals haven't gone ahead. But a lot of people couldn't do it. So we've helped them where we can with publicity and stuff. But unfortunately, a lot of them haven't. So it's going to be around 25 businesses, but then you've got 8 schools. So actually, I think the maximum we've ever had at Soapbox is about 36. So in total, we're around the same.
Yeah.
It just means everyone gets more goes.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So on the day,
winning.
you've mentioned some things like there's music and lots of food. There's lots of food vans and stuff. What else is going on the day? Oh
my God, do you know what? There's this really cool man called Giles Paley-Phillips, who's the #1 podcast.
What's that twat doing?
In the UK. He's going to be going around talking to everyone, doing some big chat, Insta lives, chatting to people. Yeah, I mean, we were thinking, weren't we, about having a big chat booth there kind of thing, but actually we want to capture the day, don't we? So
so I'll be wandering around filming various things and chatting to people, and people that listen to the big chat, there will be a kind of mash up best of highlights of the day thing afterwards that people can listen to and download. But so I'll be going around, wandering around, talking to people and finding out how it's going, maybe talk to some of the members of the public as well, see how they're enjoying it.
I'd love
So that's really exciting. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But you've got loads of other stuff. Obviously, you've got Tom Swift.
We've got Tom Swift and Edwin Wright.
Yeah, they're doing the commentating.
I always say comedy commentating.
They're not entirely serious.
They're never serious. I mean, they're always like, everyone keeps going, does Tom need a script? No, Tom just walks down in the morning on the day with me and takes the mickey out of me and just names the track. But we've also, and importantly to say as well, we've also got food banks for Nourish, community food bank. We're collecting money, not money, I must stop saying that. We're collecting food for Nourish, but there will be buckets for Nourish on the day. The only charities allowed to raise money on the day are that not through carts are our charities.
Yeah, sure.
Hospice and Nourish. Everyone else has to raise through their carts. But we will have food bank stations at the top and the bottom entrances for people to bring food. So please do, because Nourish are really, really struggling. Food prices have gone up through the roof.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's really, honestly, they need food more than anything. So the schools they're doing lots of kind of harvest festival kind of stuff, projects for them. But I would really urge people to just, even if they just grab, they can go on their website and see a list of things that they need, just grab some stuff, just bung it in for them. That would be a real gift. That'd be amazing. And then obviously my 2 fairy godmothers in this event, without a doubt, are Rosemary Schrager and Polly from Pickering. I mean, Polly from Pickering is literally my twin flame, I've decided. She is me in about 30 years, and I was her about 30 years ago. So she's, we are very connected, and she's really mentored me through some really tough times. And also what she does is just phenomenal. The support she's given to people with cancer, families with cancer, those suffering, honestly, she will pick up the phone anytime. She is amazing. So that centre, I just want everyone to know about what she does. And they're all volunteers. None of them it's not a paid organisation. They literally, every single person volunteers, which is really commendable as far as I'm concerned. And then Rosemary Schrager, at our launch. I mean, I just love Rosemary. She's amazing. Her energy is just so in line with everything that the brand of the Soapbox is about: community, passion, energy, love, all of those things. Bonkers. And she'd be happy for me to say that, because she said last night, oh my God, you're just as bonkers as I am, just as enthusiastic. But I promised her a pie cart, and I've had her a pie cart made.
Nice. Can't wait to see her going down. I mean, she's been and
this year.
She's been fair game. She's gone up. She's gone down. She's been with you, but also she's been in the carts.
She literally, well. I'm not joking, she's literally left me a voice note this morning going, get me in that cart. I don't care. Even if I lose a limb, I'm not going to, but it doesn't matter. Just get me in the cart. She literally, that woman, and Polly's the same. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, Polly, please. You're like, you know, in your 70s. And she's like, I'm getting in that cart. I'm going down in that cart. You're not stopping me going down that cart. So no, those two women are phenomenal. I mean, lots of women, right, are phenomenal. My team, and men. I'm not exclusively, you know, everyone in my team, yourself included, Giles, anyone, the people that have come forward and supported this event. We couldn't get insurance for 3 weeks. Well, no, we couldn't get insurance for 3 months. We had to stop ticket sales for 3 weeks. We thought we were going to have to pull it. No one would insure it, because so many events now are risk adverse that they've taken Soapbox derbies off. And so unless they're council backed or they're on renewals, we literally couldn't get anything. And Matthew Sankey, not Matt, Matthew Sankey, bless him, I poured my heart out. Kevin Spencer and Nick Moore are amazing at Market Study. They gave us a backup plan for the kids to race. So thank you to them. And they gave me a lot of good advice, as did many, many other people and many, many brokers, too long a list to mention, because I was talking to everyone on the planet and Soapbox owners. But Matthew Sankey, actually, I poured out my heart to him on an email while he was managing the food festival. And somehow, God knows what, I think he just sent an email on to Sean at NFU, and NFU Mutual insured us. And they had said no earlier on, and they said yes. And not only that, they made a massive donation to our chosen charities. So
big shout out to them.
Big shout out. Yeah. Have I missed anyone? What else is happening?
Don't know.
I mean, we're just going to have loads of fun. It's just going to be loads of fun. I think we've got a drone photographer now going overhead.
Amazing. Yeah, so there's normally you've normally got big screens up as well, so people can see the race.
Everyone can see the race.
Yeah.
We got one at the bottom, so everyone will see that. So yeah, that's happening. Everyone will be able to see Tom taking the mickey out of everyone as they start. We've got our mascot.
You got a mascot?
We've got a mascot.
And what is this mascot? What does it look like? Or are you not going to reveal it till the day?
No, it will have been revealed by the time this comes out on Friday. It would have been out on a reel. He's a lovely, he's kind of like a doggy teddy bear.
Right.
He's very lovely and very friendly and very cuddly. And his name, you might like this name. It's Sunny.
Yeah, that is a good name.
Why is it a good name, Giles?
Well, because my youngest son is called Sunny. So, you know, I'm very much affectionate for that name.
He's very much affectionate.
Who in your team is going to be wearing this?
No one in my team, because Thames Motor Group sponsored the mascot and they're doing the finish line. So they will be
amazing.
They will be. But I went in actually this morning to do a social reel with them. And honestly, the marketing manager phoned me up and he went, I can't get anyone to wear this mascot thing. And I said, listen, I'm coming down now. And if I have to put it on myself, I will put the thing on myself and I'll take the hat off and say, this is the mascot. And I got there and people would have seen the reel by now, but he, bless him, the mascot walked down. I didn't know who was in the mascot outfit. And it was Nick England, who is the so he was like hands-on in. I mean, the guys are amazing. And what's really poignant to me about this, and the reel will explain it all, is that we did a competition for names and Sunny came up more than once. And so we announced the winners. I don't have those names to hand, but they will have gone out on social media. They're getting family tickets. But the next day I suddenly stood there and I thought, oh my God, Robert, who was known to me as Dobbert, who was my best friend, who passed away in the hospice. He was in there, at the very end, and he was very sick for 3 months. He went very quickly. And this event is very much in honor of him and my dad. We all had to send him songs when he was kind of, at his last ebb, as we say, passing over. And the song that I sent to him was Sunny. And I just burst into tears yesterday, but actually with joy, because it encapsulates so much for me. It's your son's name, which is something we said this morning is lovely, lovely as well. And also, if you listen to the words, it's a really great.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel
great
like it
song.
might be the Soapbox Stars song. You
have to get it blasting out across the.
Honestly, it's all we're listening to at the moment. We're just like, Sunny, da-na-na-na-na. And please, for God's sake, sun, come out on the day.
Yes.
We'll all do a sun.
Well, fingers crossed, yes.
But the thing is, Giles, even if the weather's bad, we can still go.
Yeah, as long as it's not raining.
Even if it rains. We had rain and hail year 2.
We did.
We still raced.
We did.
Nothing stops the race. Just bring a brolly.
So if people want to come to the Soapbox,
yes,
what do they need to do?
Do you know what? Today's Friday. You can buy them on the gate.
Okay.
Today is Friday. You can buy them on the gate. So you can go online. We've got a QR code that's going to be out today that you can just click on. There are tickets left. You can get them on the gate. Come to the gate. I would much rather you do it through the QR code, please. I don't like cash. I know that that's a silly thing, but it really is quite stressful. And most people now have got phones that they can just click on. We've got some up machines. If you've got your ticket, it gets scanned through. They will be a bit more expensive on the gate. So I would say still get your tickets through the app or on, not the app, but on the website, twsoapbox.com. But yeah, you can if you pass and you think, oh God, yeah, no, I fancy that. The waves are all listed on there. Even if you just want to come and support these children. I mean, these charities have been through so much, and these races are all raising for charities and raising their profiles, not just the charities profiles, but the businesses that have managed to get through it. But also the children's anxiety. I mean, imagine building something and racing it at a public event with people watching. That is a dream. That is a dream for many kids. And I was at an event a couple of weeks ago because another part of my business, as you know, Giles, very exciting, engineers. And there is a serious lackage of engineers coming through the ranks. Like there's just not people. We're running out of engineers in the UK. So these kids are building and creating. And without people building and creating, we there's a lot of things we can't do. I mean,
absolutely.
Even the chairs we're sat on, what would we sit on?
Oh, exactly. We need engineers. So where do people go to get these tickets if they want to get them in advance?
They go to twsoapboxrace.com. Or if they ever need to speak to us, they email us at hello@chattyhatter.com. Please subscribe to the big chat, and subscribe to our mailing list, and then you get information about all the stuff. Please also subscribe to every single thing that Giles Paley-Phillips does. This man here, he's a legend. I love him very much. He's very humble. I'm saying how brilliant he is on air. You can all subscribe to everything because he's brilliant. But you can also meet him in person, and you might even get a hug off him, but you'll definitely get a hug off Sunny because I got one this morning. Lovely.
And Soapbox, the Soapbox Stars has also got a Instagram account. What's that?
It's got, oh my God, Giles, you're asking me all this. Like, I think it is just TW Soapbox.
Okay.
I think it is. I mean, I think you can find it, and Facebook as well, the same. Or I'm Coco Chatty Hats, or you can find Chatty Hatter. You can find us that way.
Do you want to know what it really is? The Instagram is TW Soapbox Race. So at TW Soapbox Race.
Thanks, Giles.
You're welcome. At least someone knows what they're doing.
I mean, I just put it together, I mean, literally, I collected a pie last night. I collected a pie, and I also found out that I had nowhere for my 40 carts to be stored after Saturday, a week ago. So I sorted that out last night too. So I may look ditzy and seem like I don't know what I'm doing, Giles, but actually, I hide my intelligence very well.
I think you've got a very full brain with lots of information in it. So I forgive you for not knowing the Instagram account, but that's great. So we know anyway. It's TW Soapbox Race. Yeah. If you will, go and follow on. And on the day, if you want to watch what's going on while you're in, when you're in Dunorlan Park, you can click on to the lives. I'll be wandering around. Yeah. People can watch, bit of behind the scenes stuff?
My God, Giles, you're going to be everywhere because we've got like secret little presentation for Rosemary and Polly that they don't know.
Nice.
And we've got, there'll be like VIP areas that obviously are just access to certain people. Giles will be in there. Giles will be everywhere. That's what I want. Planned.
It's definitely a workout. I remember like last time was a workout because I keep running back up the hill.
You were brilliant. Make sure you wear your Apple Watch or whatever you've got.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to.
Look, it's not going to match. It's not going to match your charity one. No. Because how many steps was that?
A lot. But yeah. So last time I'd run down with the carts and then I'd be racing back up for the next race. So yeah.
We might even have a couple of Soapbox Stars buggies on the day, so you never know. You might be.
Oh my goodness! I love the idea of a buggy that could take me back up the hill.
I'm working on a couple of those as we speak. So
that'd be good. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind walking up.
I know, but I will look after your little leggies because it is a lot going up and down the hill. I know that.
Yeah, especially after like race 30 or something. Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. God. Oh.
Great. Anyway, so that's fantastic.
Anyway, that's
really exciting. So yeah,
amazing.
We'll see you all tomorrow.
We'll see you all tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Come along, come on the day. Just even, honestly, just come along because the support we need and genuinely, a genuine plea for me. If you want to see this event again, you've got to buy some tickets because I can't pay for it out of my own pocket again. I really can't. And I love doing it so much, but we need the community to support it. We don't get grants. We don't get backing from the council. It's privately owned by myself and my amazing team that do so much for me out of love. So please, if you want seeing businesses, charities, communities, children come together, get behind it, buy some tickets and come along and just cheer everybody on. And let's just have a really positive day.
Looking forward to it.
All right, I can't wait to see you. I'll see you tomorrow, Giles.
You will.
What time is the driver picking you up?
Don't know, but I'll be there on time.
Okay. I was going to get you to give you some jobs in the back of the car, but now I'm thinking about you. You're going to be a bit tired. I'll let you have a sleep.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Love you, Giles.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.